Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Myself Mr. Singh. Hope you all are doing good and keeping yourselves fit and motivated. So I am here to introduce my channel Wow That's History. I will be making short and to the point lectures regarding our ancient history of the world. I am hoping to engage more and more students to bring back their lost interest in the history by making the lectures short and catchy. Enjoy listening and learning, and for any queries you can always comment. All the best. Today's topic is Ancient History of Mongolia. Mongolia is a country located in Central Asia, known for its vast steppes, deserts, and nomadic culture. Its history dates back thousands of years, and it has a rich and ancient past shaped by various civilizations and empire. Prehistoric Mongolia. The region that is now Mongolia has a long history of human habitation dating back to the Paleolithic era. Archaeological evidence suggests that early humans lived in the area as early as 700,000 years ago. Various prehistoric cultures and tribes inhabited the region, leaving behind artifacts such as stone tools and rock art. One of the earliest known cultures in Mongolia was the Afanasevo culture, which emerged around 3500 BC and was characterized by its distinctive bronze artifacts. Another important ancient culture in Mongolia was the deer stone culture, which flourished from around 3000 to 700 BC and is known for its carved stone monuments depicting deer and other animals. The Xiongnu Empire. In the 3rd century BC, the Xiongnu, a confederation of nomadic tribes, emerged as a powerful empire in Mongolia. The Xiongnu were known for their horse-mounted warfare and were skilled in archery and horseback riding. They established a vast empire that covered much of Central Asia and China's northern regions, and their dominance lasted for several centuries. The Xiongnu maintained trade and diplomatic relations with neighboring empires, such as the Han dynasty in China, with which they had both peaceful and conflict-ridden interactions. The Xiongnu Empire played a crucial role in shaping the early history of Mongolia and its neighboring regions. The Turkic Empire. During the 6th and 7th centuries, Mongolia was part of the powerful Göktürk Khaganate, a Turkic state that controlled a vast territory in Central Asia. The Göktürks were known for their nomadic lifestyle and their successful military campaigns. They established a strong central government and a system of governance that combined nomadic and sedentary elements. The Göktürk Khaganate was eventually succeeded by the Uyghur Khaganate in the 8th century. The Uyghurs, who were also a Turkic people, established their capital in Mongolia and developed a sophisticated culture that included writing, art, and Buddhism. The rise of Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire. In the early 13th century, a Mongol leader named Temujin, later known as Genghis Khan, emerged as a powerful figure among the Mongol tribes. Through his military campaigns and political alliances, Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes and established the Mongol Empire in 1206, with its capital at Karakoram in present-day Mongolia. Under Genghis Khan and his successors, the Mongol Empire rapidly expanded through a series of conquests, known as the Mongol invasions, which brought much of Asia, Europe, and the Middle East under Mongol rule. The Mongols were known for their skilled horsemanship, superior military tactics, and ability to adapt to different cultures and environments. The Mongol Empire was a multi-ethnic and multi-religious empire that facilitated trade and cultural exchange along the famous Silk Road, contributing to the spread of ideas, technologies, and cultures between East and West. The Mongols also implemented a system of governance that emphasized meritocracy and religious tolerance, although they were known for their ruthlessness in warfare. Post-Mongol Empire period. After the death of Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire was divided into several khanates ruled by his descendants, such as the Yuan dynasty in China, the Ilkhanate in Persia, the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and the Golden Horde in Russia. Mongolia itself was divided into various smaller khanates, and the region experienced periods of political fragmentation and conflict. In the late 14th century, the Mongol Empire began to decline due to internal struggles for power, external pressures from neighboring states, and the spread of diseases such as the Black Death. The once mighty Mongol Empire fragmented further, and Mongolia itself saw the rise and fall of various local rulers and dynasties. During the 15th and 16th centuries, Mongolia was under the domination of the Oirat Mongols, who established the Oirat Khanate in the region. The Oirat Khanate was characterized by its nomadic lifestyle and the rivalry between different Oirat tribes. However, the Oira Khanate also maintained diplomatic relations with neighboring states, such as Ming Dynasty China and the Russian Empire, and participated in regional politics and trade. Rise of the Mongol Empire. In the late 16th century, a Mongol leader named Altan Khan successfully united many Mongol tribes and established the Tumd Mongol Khanate in northern Mongolia. Altan Khan's descendants, particularly his grandson, Abte Khan, expanded their territory and gained prominence. In the early 17th century, Abte Khan's son, Gombo Dorje, declared himself as the Khagan, Great Khan, of the Mongols, and his successors continued to consolidate their power, eventually unifying Mongolia under the rule of the Khalkha Mongols. Qing dynasty rule. In the late 16th century, Mongolia came under the control of the Manchu Qing dynasty, which was established by the Manchus, a semi-nomadic people from northeast China. The Qing dynasty incorporated Mongolia into their vast empire and implemented policies to assimilate the Mongolian population into Chinese culture, including the imposition of Confucianism and the Chinese writing system. Despite this, Mongolia maintained its distinctive nomadic culture and way of life. Mongolia gained independence from the Qing dynasty in 1911, following the Xinhai Revolution in China. Mongolia briefly established a theocratic monarchy under the Bogd Khan, but the country's independence was short-lived. In 1919, Mongolia was occupied by Chinese forces, and in 1924, it was declared a People's Republic under the influence of the Soviet Union. Independence and modern Mongolia. In the early 20th century, Mongolia experienced a period of political and social changes. In 1911, the Qing dynasty collapsed in China, leading to the declaration of Mongolia's independence from China in 1911, followed by the proclamation of the Mongolian People's Republic in 1924. Mongolia was closely aligned with the Soviet Union during the Cold War era and underwent various political and economic reforms. Modern Mongolia. In 1945, Mongolia became a satellite state of the Soviet Union, and for much of the 20th century, it was under Soviet influence, with a socialist political system and close ties with the Soviet Union. However, Mongolia also maintained its unique cultural heritage and traditional nomadic way of life, despite attempts at modernization and industrialization. In 1990, following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Mongolia underwent a peaceful democratic revolution that led to the establishment of a multi-party democracy and a market-oriented economy. Since then, Mongolia has experienced political and economic reforms, and it has sought to balance its traditional culture with modernization and globalization. Today, Mongolia is known for its rich history and cultural heritage, including its nomadic traditions, Buddhism, and unique cultural practices such as Nadam, a traditional Mongolian festival. Mongolia has a diverse ethnic population, with Mongols being the majority, but with significant ethnic minority groups such as Kazakhs, Tuvans, and others. The country's economy is based on agriculture, mining, and tourism, and it faces challenges such as urbanization, environmental issues, and economic development. However, Mongolia continues to preserve and celebrate its ancient history and cultural identity, while striving to meet the challenges of the modern world. Thanks for watching and listening. Please subscribe for learning.